Today's agenda, a nation exterminating the pious. Pray that you never die, don't dare to be deemed the highest. I write it spotted by liars. Righteous is my suppliers, they wonder what my supply is. Nigga, where them beats? Fuck a feature, my ether is equal to each of your own. Embody the balance of the world on my shoulders alone. But God bless America, my G's go hard. G's make dreams and these grands make gods. I am so compelled, might as well proceed another step. Never took a L, still fresh without the double X. Ransom, artificial anthems. Ladies say he's handsome, these niggas throw a tantrum. Trip into existence, this often label as miscreants. Cause we position it different, we're hard to make sense of it. Record labels making sense, be sensitive, now we acting senseless. Fuck you, architect for president.
I'm on my free time, leaping in and out of portal shit. You on your prick your finger from a thorn, mere mortal shit. I'm on my evil ledger, I can't get my mind in order shit. Hit lied about mitzvah, torturous, slaughter shit. I am really that nigga, call it quits, get off my dick, give a camera the finger. Every time I hear it flick, the code has been cracked and I am the glitch. Do you hear this shit like a rabbit turd? I swing on the track, observe my rhyme schemes and my bars infinite.
Yo, Fourth. Still. Yo, Amir. That's what we gotta do right now. The Golden Deer. Priest. The 8-deer ocelot claw. Fourth, we gotta go in again? Alright, let's go. Yo. Anunnakis with animal bodies, scanning safari, shapeshift, land of Mugabe. That's where the God be with my Sumerian colleagues. Now there's cameras and lobbies. I'm channeling Gandhi. Killers with hammers and party. The technology lord fights with a mechanical army. It's the writer on the clay tablets, grave of the abbots. Pray through the Sabbath. God words blaze at the dragon. His captain and his cabin engineered the beast gears with Satan mechanics. Pagans invading our campus, nation and planet. Blood in my veins is true blue. The blood in my wings is from the rubu. The blood of a king, celestial beings, the unseen. Now who you? Yo, God. Matter of fact, what's the day's mathematics? Listen, God, wait, hold up. I'm the remnant of God descendant, star defender, the kindreds of all existence. Start remember, divine fist of the North Dipper, secrets to challenge your chakras for my lost niggas, or AKA Walt the Killer, or meet my fists of the blue sky, the woo cry, Zoo. Now my zoo tribe, sacred fist of the southern star. God, God.
Do you really know? Or you talk what you know? Do you believe? Or do you know? Is your faith blind? Or is it as bright as the sun?
Descendants of ANHU took on mortal fashion, built themselves statues in the image of themselves to worship themselves, built towers to themselves to remind them when they fell. They came from a station in space. And
the people have no music that is in coordination with their spirits. Because of this, they're out of tune with the universe.
Frequencies of nature, you'll speak to me in paper. They sleeping on my dreams while I'm keeping this shit major. Species that's endangered, but we bringing the danger. Vocalizing the culture, emphasizing the nature.
Redesigning the sculptures, eliminating the haters. We align with solar, that's a true gangster. Killing negative thoughts, envy and anger, and jealousy. Heavenly frequencies of nature.
We on that priesthood, that beast hood, just cooling out where the green's good and moving like a G should, weaving on through your hood, baby, with my brain on safety, spelling it out in HD for them deities to embrace me, making me strong as ever, breaking on down your heartstrings. Now I control the weather. Fuck your drama, I'll be on a tetragramma, 26 letter. Yeah, you know it better than to fuck with holy bloodlines. Prone to raise the vibe up, deliver when it's crunch lunchtime. Study your sun sign, so keen that soul stream. I don't get in that zone where I can make both of them poles freeze. Holding the keys, yeah, the key make it special. This body, mind, temple, I dwell in a sacred vessel. Decibel science, man, cool social defiance. These oceans colliding, it's got me open to the silence. We red giants, I ain't trying, this is effortless. Moving like some weapons, you better off not to step to this. Frequencies of nature, you'll speak to me in paper. They sleeping on my dreams while I'm keeping this shit major. Species ain't endangered, but we bringing the danger. Vocalizing the culture, emphasizing the nature.
Redesigning the sculptures, eliminating the haters. We align with solar, that's a true gangster. Killing negative thoughts, envy and anger and jealousy. Heavenly frequencies. The all-seeing eye, the eagle in the sky, the beast on the rise. He's grown in size, the Roman priest has ties. Holy Grail, show you the tales. His face is ghostly and frail. Head goes in the shell. Heaven or hell, the legend of spells. The serpent has scales. George the dragon slayer. He put his dagger through his layers, stabbing through the craters. The adder invader, lasers, spaceship for day trips. Since the basic instruction, the abduction from destruction is nothing. Here's the discussion. The super god, the planet Earth. Before I landed on turf, from in the belly, in the jelly, then my mother gave birth. Wrapped in a cloth by the hands of a nurse. They given to the man in his shirt. The shot back to the universe. The scientist laboratory. The Mayans had their stories before the.
Fuck Jay-Z.
What's up, niggas? Hey, yo, I know you ain't talking about me, dog. You? What?
Fuck Jay-Z.
You been on my dick, nigga. You love my style, nigga.
Fuck Jay-Z.
Fuck with your soul like ether. Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly. I prove you lost already. Brace yourself for the main event. Y'all impatiently waiting. It's like an AIDS test. What's the results? Not positive. Who's the best? Pac, Nas, and Big. Ain't no best. East, west, north, south, floor style greetings. I embrace y'all with napalm. Blows up, no guts. Left chest, face gone. How can Nas be garbage? Semi-autos at your cottage. Burner at the side of your dome. Come out of my throne. I got this. Locked since 9-1. I am the truest. Name a rapper that I ain't influenced. Gave y'all chapters, but now I keep my eyes on the Judas. With Hawaiian Sophie fame, kept my name in his music. Check it. Fuck with your soul like ether. Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly. I prove you lost already.
There was darkness, and from that darkness came the dark elves. Millennia ago, the most ruthless of their kind, Malekith, sought to transform our universe back into one of eternal night. Such evil was possible through the power of the ether, an ancient force of infinite destruction.
Malekith, Asgard Ixtel Aviljan Ashu.
The noble armies of Asgard, led by my father King Bor, waged a mighty war against these creatures.
Destiny, come elevate.
As the 9 worlds converged above him, Malekith could at last unleash the ether. But Asgard ripped the weapon from his grasp. Without it, the Dark Elves fell. With the battle all but lost, Malekith sacrificed his own people in a desperate attempt to lay waste to Asgard's army.
En.Qi نشفنية صار يوم ضيقنا.
Malekith was vanquished, and the ether was no more. Or so we were led to believe.
Sire, the ether. Shall we destroy it?
If only we could. But its power is too great. Bury it deep. Somewhere no one will ever find it.
Yeah, man, shit crazy. Man, dude really thought he knew what he was talking about. He didn't know he was amongst the real entities that they write these stories and these prophecies be about and shit. Like, you don't know. We out here, like, we really out here. Like, a lot of niggas think that this shit a game, this shit not a game. I done seen many people try to impersonate us and shit. Like, he wasn't the first. Like, I deal with people like that all the time. I have to do the same thing as you do. Like, weed these motherfuckers out because they really think we not here. They think we miss and shit. That they can just impersonate and shit. Like, that's facts. Like, you know, me running into you and shit. Because I already linked up with a couple of the other fans. Like, the ones that really do this shit. Like, and like, specifically, this shit is way bigger than Earth. Like, this shit go back to, like, way before. Like, motherfuckers be reading shit and knowing shit like, oh, the Anunnaki's evil because they came here to mine gold and they created humans to mine gold for their planet. Okay, but you gotta understand, why was their planet fucked up? What happened to their planet? You don't think that can happen to this planet? These motherfucking entities was much more advanced than us. They lived thousands of times longer than us, thousands of years longer than us and shit. If they had issues and they were higher entities and we see ourselves as a lower entity, what's that telling you? We got, like, the conscious community, the woke people or whatever, they the enemy too. Everybody's the motherfucking enemy because they making us look bad. For us who's trying to save people, they making us look bad. Like, how would a Christian or whatever become conscious or, you know, get woke when you look at the conscious community? You got Nature Boy, he arguing with Brother Polite, Young Pharaoh. They all arguing with Sarah Sutton Seddy. All these motherfuckers is going against each other. Now they shooting up Dr. Sebi. I say Divine. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they all going at it, for the outside looking in people, they're like, damn, why would we join the conscious community and get on that wave when y'all not even balanced and peaceful there? Man, that's like jokes. You know, we already got this shit in the bag. It's a wrap. You know, the doc, he already let it be known, like, what's going on and shit. Like, they know. Like, our people know. We got people everywhere. We got people in celebrity places. We got people that's not even revealing themselves, but they hear and shit. We got people that infiltrated the Masonic temples and shit. Like, we out here. It's just we playing our position. We watching. You know, we got the Star Seeds, the Indigo Children. We got the fifth dimensional beings. All of us is here. We on standby. When this war really go down, it's going down. These motherfuckers got bombs and guns and shit, but this ain't gonna be a bombs and guns war. This shit is gonna be coming down to real fucking Super Saiyans and shit. Niggas opening their third eyes and their chakras on their Naruto shit, really using their energy crystals and motherfuckers ain't gonna have a problem fucking with us. That's why we ain't worried about this war shit. It's just all the idiots that's supposed to be black, that's supposed to be waking up is fucking shit up right now. They supposed to be helping.
Killers brothers with hammers and party. The technology lord fights with a mechanical army. It's the writer on the clay tablets, grave of the abbots, prayed through the Sabbath. God words blaze at the dragon, his captain and his cabin. Engineered the beast gears with Satan mechanics. Pagans invading our campus, nation and planet. Blood in my veins is true blue. The blood in my wings is from the rubu. The blood of a king, celestial. Malays greatness like the orphan, prince of the presence, the legend. To befriend, to call them brethrens, but that's dead when you fill his ears with poisons. What's his origin? You supposed to enjoy friends, but instead you try to exploit them. Now you're trying to avoid them. Shape shift your weed branches with fire, blow out the negative gases. I rap with passion, not for fashion, to provoke reaction. Your chances are slim for being shady. I have all of them relapsing. I spit classics. Open your mind and your mouth is where I fit the magic. Open the canvas of your thoughts is where I spit the graphics.
Expect me, nigga, like you expect Jesus to come back. Expect me, nigga, I'm coming. Expect me, nigga, like you expect Jesus to come back. Expect me, nigga, I'm coming.
Got some well wishes, friendly acting, envy, hiding snakes. With your hands out for my money, man, how much can I take when the streets keep calling? Heard it when I was asleep, that this Gazy and Cockefeller records wanted beef. Started cocking up my weapon, slowly loading up this ammo to explode it on a camel and his soldiers. I can handle this Fedolo and his manuscript. Just sounds stupid when KRS already made an album called Blueprint. First, Biggie's your man.
Do you really know? Or you talk what you know? Do you believe? Or do you know? Is your faith blind? Or is it as bright as the sun?
Descendants of ANHU took on mortal fashion, built themselves statues in the image of themselves to worship themselves, built towers to themselves to remind them when they fell. They came from a station in space, an angelical race, giant in stature, helmet and cape that they wore. Visited this planet to explore a long journey from their own cause their race had war. It's said they called their planet the Bureau and that they were fallen heroes. They saw gold, saw trees and life more liberal. Astronauts with afro and locks, jet beaming to a ziggurat. They crashed on rocks. 1.21 gigawatts, some passed over crops. In the tablet legends, they said they opened the floodgates of heaven, describing their monstrous brethren, chopping up their grandparents in the 7 pieces. Now they looking for a region, they travel eastern, found the garden called Eden. They saw a being, forced to bow before Baal, or BXL with the tribal reptiles. Now call the Rothschilds and X-Files. Life begins breathing hydrogen inside of high winds. Milky Way violins heard by the wise men, observed in Orion. The windows with no end, the black glass in the sea that extend. Within that sea exist carbohydrates. These gods were hybrids. They went back and forth till they mixed the star bread in the foods of thought with proteins. Protons and atoms produced the whole gene. From infinity to density to matter, to atom to cell, to organisms to metamorphosis, to waters of the living, to bodies back to God.
Do you really know? Or you talk what you know? Do you believe? Or do you know? Is your faith blind? Or is it as bright as the sun?
descendants of ANHU, took on mortal fashion, built themselves statues in the image of themselves, to worship themselves, built towers to themselves, to remind them when they fell. They came from a station in space, an angelical race, giant in stature, helmet and cape that they wore. Visited this planet to explore, long journey from their own, cause their race had war. It's said they called their planet the Bureau, and that they were fallen heroes. They saw gold, saw trees, and like more liberal. Astronauts with afro and locks, jet beaming to a ziggurat, they crashed on rocks. 1.21 gigawatts, some passed over crops. In the tablet legends, they said they opened the floodgates of heaven, describing their monstrous brethren, chopping up their grandparents in the 7 pieces. Now they looking for a region, they travel eastern, found the garden called Eden. They saw a being, forced to bow before Baal, or be exiled with the tribal reptiles. Now call the Rothschilds the X-Files. Life begins breathing hydrogen inside of high winds. Milky Way violins heard by the wise men, observed in Orion. The windows with no end, the black glass in the sea that extend. Within that sea exist carbohydrates. These gods were hybrids. They went back and forth till they mixed the star bread in the foods of thought with proteins. Protons and atoms produced the whole gene. From infinity to density to matter, to atom to cell, to organisms to metamorphosis, the waters of the living, to bodies back to carbon.
Do you really know? Or you talk what you know? Do you believe? Or do you know? Is your faith blind? Or is it as bright as the sun?
Descendants of ANHU, took on mortal fashion, built themselves statues in the image of themselves, to worship themselves, built towers to themselves, to remind them when they fell. They came from a station in space, an angelical race, giant in stature, helmet and cape that they wore. Visited this planet to explore, long journey from their own, cause their race had war. It's said they called their planet the Bureau, and that they were fallen heroes. They saw gold, saw trees, and like more liberal. Astronauts with afro and locks, jet beaming to a ziggurat, they crashed on rocks.